Nice work draining it from deep.
Curry to bring it up. Leads 5. Thompson. That one also no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Curling inside. That's the shooter's mentality. Stays with it after the miss.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Iguodala to bring it up. Up 5. Curry had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
That ends the first quarter. The Warriors with the lead. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Knocked loose. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
Celtics have it. Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Thompson to bring it into the front court. We're a minute into the second quarter. For 3. Tough shot. You've got to body up Livingston. Hits the 3.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Livingston to bring it up. His team on top by 8. Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Rozier rocking the rim.
And ball movement is one of those great things. One of the things you learn early in this game is that if everybody gets involved, then everyone has a chance to win.
Brad Stevens will change up his lineup.
Substitutions.
Off the assist.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Tatum. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs them the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Livingston across the timeline. Lead stands at 10. Layup try counted for Sean Livingston.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
From the painted area, won't go down. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Up a dozen. Thompson. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Kyrie across the timeline. Down a dozen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And it's Green, 4-2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Thompson. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Green buries the trifecta.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, are you sure you want to give me the ball here?
Kyrie with the rock. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Knocked loose. Warriors have it. Livingston to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. And Kevin Durant, unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando.
The Warriors dominated this match.
Game track. Steals.
What you see on the screen is how this team put itself at a disadvantage. They
Player of the half.
Livingston lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights. And that concludes our...
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
That's me.
Celtics have it.
This is all me.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Into the front court, it's Irving. Down a bundle. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now.
Great anticipation. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 30, Stephen Curry.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Marcus Morris, strong finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Unbothered by the defense. As he drills it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate. Get into that lane and create.
Timeout. Golden State.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. Subbing in for Boston, number 20. Gordon Hayward.
Cousins, it's no good. Not sure. Irving into the front court. His guys down big and stuffs it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
They need something to go down. It's no good. Ball's controlled by Boston. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
The passing has been great, but the movement without the ball has been even better. Seeing a play before it happens is a skill set a lot of people don't talk about. But a great pass combined with great movement, good luck with that.
Irving with the basketball. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Turnover gives them the possession. Short jumper won't fall.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
That's up, baby.
Runner's good there. Nice finish at the rim.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Knocked loose. Warriors come away with it. Here's Curry with it up top. And Cousins throwing it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together,
It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Curry with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Curry. Not that time.
nothing better than when that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
But I don't put that on the shooter, Ed. I put that on the passer. You have to put your players in the best possible position to score the ball. You know that's not a strength of his.
Curry had to force that one, but it's no good. Rozier with it. He'll run the offense. If he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
The assist from number 12,
It's Steph Curry with the rock. Beyond the arc for 3. Had to rush that one, and it's no good. Hayward. Jumper's good. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Thompson. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Thompson. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him. Goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Here we go. I got him.
Inside, he scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Fires the three. Had to force that one, but it's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it. Has a chance. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Count the bucket for two.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Boston with the basketball. Hayward. The jumper's off the mark.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. A pass taken away by the Celtics. Irving had to rush that one, and it's no good. That's toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Jaylen Brown really coming into his own. The third overall pick a couple of years ago. He saw his points per game go up drastically. Plus, he is one of the few people in the East that has the versatility to guard LeBron James.
Nothing going here on that drive. Curry can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Knocked loose. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and...
How about that? A three at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion.
The Warriors dominated this game from beginning.
Player of the game.
Klay Thompson put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for...
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course. But even the best players find their way into...